Rajani. I am pursuing MSc Microbiology in Central University of Tamil Nadu. As part of our seminar series, today I would like to present about factors affecting the bioremediation process. In this, we are going to see about environmental factors. First, we will see what is bioremediation. Bioremediation is a process in which living beings, primarily microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, actinomyces, and their enzymes, used to decompose or mitigate pollutants and impurities from the environment like soil, water, air, etc. In this, the microorganisms use pollutants as a source of carbon and water and convert them into a safe byproducts like carbon, water, and biomass. Now we are going to see about two types of bioremediation: in situ bioremediation and ex situ bioremediation. In situ bioremediation is in place remediation, means contaminants clean at the place. Ex situ bioremediation is contaminants are excavated and clean at some other site. In situ bioremediation, it is of two types. Intrinsic bioremediation, it is a natural cleanup process. In engineered bioremediation, these are the types present. In biosparging, it's a air flows into the unsaturated areas of water. In bioventing, the air flows into the saturated zones of soil and helps in biodegradation. In bioslurping, it is a vacuum based biodegradation. Biostimulation is giving extra nutrients and electron acceptors for biodegradation. And bioaugmentation, the addition of desirable microbes for biodegradation of particular area. Natural attenuation is also same as intrinsic bioremediation, which is a natural cleanup. Ex situ bioremediation is of two types, which is slurry phase bioremediation and solid phase bioremediation. In slurry phase bioremediation, the contaminants like sludge water, sewage water, etc. are treated in bioreactors or tanks. In solid phase biodegradation, its uses like biopiling. The air is sent into the pilated areas with the nutrients and aeration. Land forming, the contaminants are take out from the contaminated area and mix on the land and make it biodegradable. And composting is the contaminated soil or water is mixed with the organic matter and helps in bioremediation. Biofilters are used to access air to the deeper areas and helps in bioremediation. Now we will see about the main topic, environmental factors. In which two types of factors we are discussing, that is physical factors. In physical factors, temperature, moisture content, pH, oxygen availability, and soil structure is going to be discussed. In chemical factors, we are going to discuss about nutrient availability, contaminant type, bioavailability of contaminants, presence of electron acceptors, toxicity of co-contaminants. First, we will see about temperature. Temperature play a crucial role in efficiency of bioremediation. Like the optimal temperature is needed for the good working of microbial enzymes and further leads to bioremediation. In low temperature, microbes went into dormant and reduced the solubility and metabolism of microbes finally leads to lesser bioremediation rate. In high temperatures, the enzymes of microbes may be degradable or denatured and leads to the death of microbes. So bioremediation may slow. So optimal temperatures is needed for microbial diversity and for the better bioremediation process. There is exceptions like for extreme microbes in the microbes which grow as psychrophiles, which can grow in low temperatures, like in arctic region. They work in arctic region, but it is very slow process. They degrade very slowly, very slowly. And also in thermophiles, they present in like desert areas. They also help in mining, bioremediation, etc. But but there is very less microbial activity, so it takes more time for bioremediation. Now pH also play a critical role in microbial activity, enzyme function, and contaminant availability. The pH which preferred for most of the microbes is neutral to slightly acidic pH, nearly 6.5 to 8.5. The extreme pH like too acidic or too basic can inhibit microbial growth, further leads to lesser bioremediation. uh, Microbial enzymes responsible for breaking down are pH sensitive. So optimal pH uh, can helps in bioremediation process very easy. And in this also there is exception for acidophiles and basophiles, which is works in extreme acidic and basic conditions and helps in cleanup, but it is a slow process and a long time process. Now moisture content. Water is very essential for microbial metabolism and nutrient transport. Microbes can't thrive or degrade contaminants effectively if there is less water or a more water. So if the water is too less moisture, it leads to microbial dormancy and further to death, and reduce contaminant solubility and nutrient, and also reduces the nutrient diffusion, leads to lesser bioremediation. If it is too much moisture, it leads to anaerobic conditions, and also causes leaching and waterlogging conditions, which reduces the microbial diversity and further the rates of microbial remediation. Now we will see about oxygen availability. Microbes work based on oxygens. Like if oxygen is present, it works under aerobic. It works as aerobic microbes. If there is some anaerobic microbes also. If the microbes are aerobic, they take oxygen as an electron acceptor and degrade hydrocarbons, pesticides, and phenols. It is a fast and efficient process. If it is anaerobic organisms, they take nitrate, sulfate, and iron as an electron acceptors, and they help in degradation or remediation of chlorinated compounds and heavy metals. This is slower process but essential in deeper soils and groundwater. Now we will see about soil structure and texture. If we consider the different types of soils, like sandy soil, it is good for aeration, but it has the less water holding capacity. If we consider the clay soil, it is good for absorption, but it has the little aeration. So loamy soil, which has these aeration and absorption properties, so it can work better for the bioremediation process. Now we comes to the chemical factors. In that we are going to deal about nutrient availability. Nutrients are cornerstone of successful bioremediation. Microbes need nutrients to grow and produce enzymes, and also in breakdown of pollutants. The key nutrients are carbon, nitrogen, and phosphorus. Like carbon is produced or taken from the contaminants itself. The nitrogen and phosphorus, which is very essential for microbial cell growth and enzyme production. Potassium and other trace elements also very necessary for metabolic functions and microbial resilience. So balanced nutrient levels accelerate the pollutant degradation and further the bioremediation process. Nutrient deficiency makes the metabolism of microbes down and leads to the reduced bioremediation efficiency. Excess nutrients, especially like nitrogen and phosphorus, can lead to microbial overgrowth and oxygen depletion, finally leads to the decrease of bioremediation process. Now we will see contamination types. There are different contamination types in soil and water that impacts the bioremediation. We are going to see about different contaminants and the impact that cause, and also the examples of the contaminants. Like first, organic compounds. If the contaminated soil or water contain organic compounds, it can easily biodegraded by microbes, and also microbes used it as a carbon source. So it is useful and easy for bioremediation process. The examples are petroleum, hydrocarbons, and benzene and toluene. And heavy metals. Heavy metals are toxic and they disrupt the structure of microbes and also kill the microbes. Mm, the examples of heavy metals are lead, mercury, and cadmium. Halogenated compounds. These are resistant to degradation, required a specialized microbes to treat. Mostly the contaminants examples are chlorinated solvents like TCE and PCBs, etc. Pesticides and herbicides. These are some biodegradable and others persistent and required engineered microbes to deal and biodegradable. The examples are like DDT, RAJANI, etc. Pharmaceuticals. The emerging and most popular contaminants may disrupt microbial community, and it needs a advanced treatment to treat. Like the examples like of pharmaceuticals like antibiotics, hormones, and painkillers. Radioactive waste. It is extremely hazardous. Dealing with this is very difficult to microbes, and very difficult for bioremediation. So the examples are uranium and cesium 137, etc. Now we will see about bioavailability of contaminants. First we will see what is bioavailability. Bioavailability refers to the extent and rate of contaminant that is available for microbes for degradation. If the pollutant is not available to the microbe, it can't interact with it, so the effectiveness of bioremediation is low. So the accessibility of microbes is very important. Like if the contaminants are tightly bound to soil particles or trapped in non-aqueous solutions, it is very difficult for accessibility. And also hydrophobic compounds like polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons also have less bioavailability due to poor solubility. Rate of degradation. Higher bioavailability helps in faster biodegradation, and lower bioavailability leads longer time and further many processes to treat. Microbial response. Like microbes may not express enzymes if the contaminant concentration is very less that are inaccessible to microbes. So microbes needs contaminant to be accessible for better bioremediation processes. Electron acceptors in bioremediation. Microbes degrade organic pollutants by transferring electrons from the contaminant to an electron acceptor. There are different types of electron acceptors which work in microbial processes and help and create effects on bioremediation process. First we will see about oxygen. Oxygen helps in aerobic respiration of microbes. It is mostly present in surface soils and oxygenated water. It is fast and help in bioremediation and degradation of many organic wastes. In Nitrogen, it in microbial process it takes place as denitrification. It is present in subsurface and low oxygenated areas, effective for certain hydrocarbons and chlorinated solvents. Sulfate undergoes sulfate reduction in anaerobic conditions. It is slow but useful for some metals and organics in bioremediation process. Iron undergoes iron reduction in it's mostly happens in anaerobic soils where oxygen is not available. It helps degrading complex organics and reduce metal toxicity. Carbon dioxide undergoes methanogenesis process in deep anaerobic conditions. And also it is inefficient but still active in deep soils. Now we will see about toxicity of co-contaminants. Heavy metals and organic pollutants can have hindering the effectiveness of bioremediation. So there are many negative effects due to the presence of co-contaminants. First we will see about microbial inhibition. Toxic substance like heavy metals can damage cell structures, so it reduces the microbial and activity further the bioremediation process. Reduced bioavailability, if the contaminants are highly attached to the soil particles and present as undissolved contents, it's very difficult for the microbes to assess the contaminants. Synergetic toxicity, if the multiple contaminants are present, they combined toxicity um, have stressed the microbes and make the microbial community stressed and leads to lesser bioremediation. Altered soil chemistry, the co-contaminants can alter the pH strength, ionic strength and nutrient availability, oxygen availability, that leads to disruption of microbial activity, further reduce the microbial degradation. Competition for adsorption site, different contaminants may compete for the same binding sites, leads to the microbial activity reduction and further leads to the remediation affects the remediation strategies. Now these are some other environmental factors that affects the bioremediation process, like redox potential, like electron accepting and donation in a microbe and contaminants and vice versa creates bioremediation process deals with bioremediation process is affected. Salinity, high salinity can kill some microbes, and even if halophiles can survive, there is very less microbial diversity, so bioremediation process took long time. Hydrogeological cycles, like water accessibility and dissolvability and solubility creates microbial activity function alteration, so leads to bioremediation affects the bioremediation process. Climatical changes, like high temperatures affect the activity of microbes and further leads to the affects the bioremediation process. Land use and ecosystem sensitivity, like repeated use of the same contaminated land make the microbes make the contaminants resistant and microbes resistant, leads to the effect of bioremediation. Engineered and economic constants, like engineered microbes and and the processes economic processes are equipment used is also had effect for bioremediation process. Now finally the conclusion. Environmental factors like temperature, pH, moisture content, bioavailability of contaminants, presence of electron acceptors, co-contaminants, etc. determine microbial activity. It further determine the degradation rates, leads to the leads to the lesser biodegradation activities. So, for a thorough understanding and strategic manipulation of these factors tailored to specific conditions is essential for designing effective and sustainable bioremediation strategies. Thank you.